Two victims presumed dead by Richmond County remain at the center of major law enforcement investigations. It will take mounds of evidence to prove murder was committed in both cases, but the feat is not impossible.
People lie. Witnesses lie. Families lie. Suspects lie. Forensic evidence does not lie.
You might call them scuba sleuths.
Their new hobby went from cleaning up waterways to solving mysteries. And what a great public service.
Jeremy Sides and Adam Brown travel the country searching for closure in cold cases.
Amazing. The gift of closure to grieving families is absolutely priceless.
Today we travel to Augusta, Georgia to search for missing person William Al Hamilton. He was actually murdered back in 1998. Very wild story. We've searched for him before in the area, found multiple cars underwater, have not found his vehicle. And the story goes that he was, I believe, manager at a club, and he left work, and then the next morning his house was on fire. And there was clear signs and evidence that he had been killed there, but his body and his car was never found.
Al Hamilton was killed in his home, and Richardson set it on fire to cover it up. Al Hamilton lived and worked in Augusta. The 46-year-old was known to be a nice man who loved to work on cars. At night, he worked at the Discotheque lounge, which is exactly where he was last seen on the night of August 14, 1998, leaving the business in his 1987 gray Ford Temp.
Him being gone and his car being gone and his family and social network having had no contact with him since he was last seen leaving work was suspicious.
Investigator Piper says only one thing connected Hamilton with Richardson, a woman, and it was a love triangle that led to Hamilton's death and Richardson's lifelong time in the pen.
All right, we are out here on the boat, getting the sonars hooked up and checking those out. But yeah, the cars are right over here along this stretch. There's at least 3 or 4. The one that they pulled out is way down there before, and it was like a stolen, newer vehicle, from what I understand. I couldn't find an article or anything about it. All right, so we just went over one vehicle right there. See, it's like upside down. The tires up in the air, it looks like. What a weird angle. Right now you can see it's all overgrown. It just looks like a forest, but you know, who knows what it looked like 20 years ago. The road's just right on the other side. So I mean, there's definitely some openings here and there, but nothing up here that it's a lot more thick in this area. But definitely upside down. Looks like a smaller car, or probably a smaller car, I would say. The other one looked like it had a big cab.
Well, the Ford we're looking for, they're tiny.
Yeah. 24 feet right here. It's not bad. So right here is where they pulled that other vehicle out. I don't know what kind it was, but some fisherman said he saw it on his sonar.
Didn't you check all this with your sonar last time we were
here? Yeah, we checked it, but I mean, it's different actually being on the boat, you know? Alright, so Jeremy just got the first vehicle on the magnet, and we're going to be using this Fish underwater drone today. This thing is awesome. A huge tool, great tool for what we're doing. And the visibility looks at least like 4 or 5 feet. And there are gators out here. Also, we're trying to not draw too much attention to ourselves, so we should be able to just follow the yellow. It's a bright yellow line. It'll be fine. 25 feet. And then we can clear each one of these and hopefully solve this case, or at least figure out what these cars are. And down she goes. Alright, so I send the drone down in the water. As you can see, the visibility, I think, looked a little better up top. But you can see enough. Right down I got to the tire of this first vehicle. And the tires are usually pretty easy first targets, just because you can try to find the logo on the wheel and pretty quickly see what vehicle this is. And it's a little bit tough to see, but this actually says Acura on the tire there, and you can tell from the growth and scum that this vehicle has been down there a long time. The good thing about using the underwater drone is that it doesn't usually stir up as much silt as it would if you're down there diving. Usually when we go down, it's just a lot harder to see. Here you can see there is a tag on the car, and it's a little bit difficult to see, and it's upside down, but looks like there's an 8 AA 9. I'm gonna try to decipher the letters and have them on screen here for y'all. But I'm also just going around the vehicle. This one is upside down, trying just to get an idea of the model too. We are not looking for an Acura, but you never know when you find cars underwater if it could be connected to another case. So we always try to clear them, mark them, and make a record of what vehicles we found. And I was having a very tough time, more than usual, trying to control this drone. This was the first time I'd used it after a while of not using it, so I was trying to get the hang of it again, but it's still a great tool. And here you can see the other Acura decal. Feel free to comment if you guys know the exact model. I didn't see that on the vehicle, but definitely an Acura car. So we covered that vehicle, and then we got the next one marked. So we're just going to go ahead and go down this line as well. And here you can get a better idea of the gravel bottom. It's clear if you keep on moving, but as soon as you stop, it just stirs up everything. And here is the tire. Now this one definitely is a little older, just by the type of rim. There was no decal on this car. And here you can see a decal upside down. Now this one, I still do not exactly know what it is. I was trying my hardest to try to figure it out. It might be half of one. It might be missing some letters. I'm not exactly sure. It's definitely been down there a really long time. The thing we did figure out is it is a Cadillac. And so I'm going around the vehicle, trying to look inside. There is the door handle you're looking at right now. I'm not exactly sure the color. I think this is a white vehicle, or it was. Being underwater so long, you know, it has this green growth look to it, so it's kind of hard to tell. So this vehicle had a tag on it as well. Also pretty difficult to read. It looks like an AAX. I'm not exactly sure the last few letters. Looks like there's a 9, an 8, and an S potentially. And here's the Cadillac logo. So we did figure out that. We did find that. I was trying to figure out the decal, that other one, which might just be a dealership name, because it didn't look like some of the other models that I were looking at. Alright, that one, not the vehicle we're looking for. It was like some long cursive word. I'll know by looking at the footage after the fact, but maybe, I don't know, what's the cursive, like Cadillac? Is Cadillac or I
mean, you got Cadillac, like I said, Oldsmobile, Cutlass.
First one looked shorter, and then this one looked, the one by the back by the plate looked longer. But we do have a plate number, which I'll put here. Like I said, I can't tell on the screen in person, so I'll have to edit this after the fact. That's not our car, though. It can't be.
We got two more.
All Alright.
Still good on weather.
That one took a lot longer to get a good image of. It was so tough at the bottom. But yeah, that is a big old storm cloud, so we gotta keep making it fast. We're almost clear right here, but who knows if there's more back over there. Alright, so we got the next one marked. We thought there was 4. I'm only seeing 3 now, so we're gonna go down on this one. There's 2 next to each other right here. And then that other one we dove, or we just did farther, because I missed the second one here. Hopefully this isn't the same one that we already checked out, but let's go see. Alright, so now I'm going to the last vehicle, and my drone battery was starting to die. So this one I didn't get as long to inspect, but we're going down the line again. We get to the vehicle. This is the last one that I located out there. Here you can see the magnet stuck to it. And it's a little tough to see, but you can tell that the paint is red or maroon on this vehicle. So instantly I know that's not the right color that we're looking for. And I was not able to locate any make or model, any decals on this. I just saw pretty much this view before my drone dies here in just a second. So if you have any idea, I'd be curious to know. It's probably a similar age and style as the other vehicles, I would guess. But like I said, I was having a really tough time controlling the drone for whatever reason this day, and the battery died out on me. But not our vehicle, so we're going to keep on searching. You probably can't see it, but I can barely see it. There's a big gator swimming right across there. Pretty decent size. I don't know, 4 feet, 5 feet.
Yeah, you can see the whole length of him. Pretty cool looking.
Definitely don't want to go face to face with that guy. Yeah, definitely red, not the car we're looking for. We can scan more. We can always come back and do this again, like tomorrow, if we find any more out here. These 3 cars, you know, that one I couldn't get a plate because the drone died, unfortunately. But we got 2 plates, I believe, at least one.